Well, if it isn't an interesting day for SEO. Now, sorry if I sound a little bit gruff, guys. I have some kind of illness or something. I'm not really sure what it is, but I'll be fine. It's probably just a cold, to be honest with you. Um, Now, we're going to be looking at Twitter. I will say at the beginning of this video, a lot of this is going to be hearsay. A lot of this is going to be based on what people are posting on Twitter. It's extremely hard to actually find evidence of any of this. The reason being is Ahrefs isn't updated. I'm kind of taking people's word for it in this video, but Twitter generally is pretty good at showing us what is going on. Now, look at some of these goddamn websites that have apparently been hit. Discountcode.mirror.co.uk, discountcode.express.co.uk, Reuters.com/coupons. If you don't know, Reuters is one of the largest companies in the world, I think. And some of these companies, a lot of these companies, they're publicly traded companies. They're companies that, they rely on this traffic to be valued at the value that they're at. Now, I'm just giving my observations. I'm not saying anything's going to happen one way or another, but if you suddenly lose X amount of income because you have been hit by an update, you could see the value of your company go down, which, I mean, that's actually crazy. Now, Glenn Alsop, I don't know who that is. I'm not sure how they're actually getting this information. We can only see what we can see on Google, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, actually, some of these websites are websites that I was hoping to get hit. So GQ, for example, Forbes, I actually talked about specifically in my last video on this topic. I said I have a feeling that Forbes will get hit, and it looks like that has been the case. Now, for example, gq.com/coupons. If we go on Google and type site gq.com/coupons, you'll see now that there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that's not including this one. 7 pages indexed on Google. Now, I am convinced that this will have been higher 2 days ago, 3 days ago. The problem is, if you put this on Ahrefs, it actually doesn't show evidence of that. So it's extremely difficult to actually find evidence of what I'm going to be talking about in this video. But what I will say is this, with only this amount of index pages, seems very, very sus to me, okay? Look at how many pages they had. Now, we're going to just be going off, again, we're just going to be going off Twitter. So I do apologize for that. It's extremely hard to find actual evidence of anything. But luckily for us, there are some interesting things here. So, GoDaddy promo code. Reuters was previously number 1, followed by Glamour, followed by CNET. These are all highly irrelevant. Okay? So now, after, on the right, you can see coupon follow, retail, me not, GoDaddy promo codes from Groupon. Let's actually check this out. Let's not just take this person's word for it. So GoDaddy coupon code. Let's see if Reuters is. Oh my lord, that is actually insane. So we have here vouchercodes.thesun.co.uk. So obviously these are not all encompassing. This update is either not, it either hasn't fully happened yet, or some people have escaped it. But you can see now that the SERP, the search engine result page, actually just shows coupon sites, which makes sense. And also GoDaddy themselves as well, which really makes sense. If we go back on here, GoDaddy is not even on the first page for a keyword that contains the term GoDaddy. So I think that's really, really interesting that they made that change. And you can actually see that this GoDaddy coupon code search result page actually fits much better with the search query, okay? But what I'll say is Reuters was probably making bank from that. And I mean bank. I mean a lot of money. So let's just have a quick look at something. So we can see on Google Ads Keyword Planner, there is, GoDaddy promo code, 10,000, 100,000. Probably just in this one keyword alone, I would hazard a guess, and again, this is just a guess, that Reuters was getting at least 10,000 clicks, maybe even 20,000 clicks a month to this page. Now, I don't know how this was monetized exactly. I don't know if they were doing an affiliate link. Most likely they were doing an affiliate link. But the amount of money that they were making from that one page, Reuters, is significant. It's a significant amount of money. And if there are enough of these, so we have Carhartt promo code, Postmates promo code, Samsung promo code, GoDaddy promo code. Imagine this times 10,000 or 100,000. That is enough to lower the value of a publicly traded company. That is actually insane. That is actually insane. So obviously nothing's happened yet. Apparently in the Reuters stock price, it's done nothing but go up recently. I'd be very interested to see what happens in the next few weeks with something like Reuters. Now I'm not saying that this is gonna tank Reuters completely. Obviously Reuters doesn't make the bulk of their money from bloody coupon codes and stuff like that. Reuters is one of the biggest news collection agencies in the world. I know that they're a valuable company without this. I'm just saying, if their quarterly revenue is significantly lower than last quarter's, that could lead to a drop in share price. Again, all speculation. Again, please don't come for me. I'm just giving my observations on this update, guys. Okay, so Samsung promo code. We have Wired, Time Magazine. Let me see if I can get this bigger without glitching out. There we go. Time Magazine. Time Magazine, guys. Wired and Time Magazine. They are two absolute demons. And then now what do we have? Let's do this for ourselves again. Samsung promo code. Remember, if you were ranking for this, you will have been making absolute bank. I'm telling like the amount of money they will have been making from something like just something as simple as Samsung promo code is insane, guys. It's insane. I'm telling you. Look, up to 764 keywords. Look at the prices on these CPCs. A high CPC normally indicates a high conversion rate or a high propensity for people to buy. Absolutely insane update, guys. This is probably one of the biggest updates we have seen in a long time. And the craziest thing is that they've gone for the big companies, which people said they wouldn't. People said they wouldn't touch Forbes. People said they were in cahoots. I had a feeling this was going to happen, and I'm actually extremely happy to see the results of this update. I think it's much better to have everysaving.ie, Groupon.ie, Tom's Guide, Voucher Cloud, Tech Radar, voucher codes. Glamour UK is the outlier here, so it seems like they haven't fully decimated everyone. Maybe this is because they have a slightly different system to how they've done this. It would be very, very hard to tell, but actually that's an interesting point. Is that why it's different? So let's try and find the GQ page on this if it even exists. It doesn't. It's been de-indexed. You actually can't find the page anymore. That's absolutely crazy. I wonder if the content was different. It's hard to say. And then, obviously, as I predicted in my video, I said that there would be more and more user-generated content. And, of course, we have Reddit back on the first page. I said Reddit would be a big winner from this update. I think Google has worked out that Reddit is user-generated content, and it's extremely hard to have user-generated content by AI. Now, obviously, in a few months, there'll be AI systems that post to Reddit for you, that get you ranked on Google through Reddit, all that good stuff. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on all of that. Postmates promo code, another really, really interesting one here. So we can see Los Angeles Times, CNET, Time Magazine, CNN, Wired. You can see why they've done this update. Like, look at that SCRP before. Honestly, terrible SERP for what it should look like. Postmates promo code. Let's have a look what we've got. We've got the actual website themselves, which is really good. Retail Me Not, Coupon Follow, Reddit, Twitter, Groupon, coupons, Reddit again. Simply Codes, and then Forbes. Forbes has gone. Okay, so this is what I'm finding really, really interesting about this update so far is that although it seems like they've still allowed someone like Forbes to have like that small. Oh, now that is interesting. Oh, oh, wait a minute. They've deleted the page. No way. That is so interesting to me. Oh, Forbes are scared. Forbes have been spooked. I'm happy, honestly. Like, I don't want to say too much, but I think that this is a really, really good update. That's interesting. They've actually removed the page. So they've been spooked. I think the Ahrefs graph for Forbes traffic and CNN's traffic and Reuters traffic is going to look hella interesting in a few days. I would pay money to see the search consoles of these people. I would pay money to see them. We're obviously never going to see the search console of any of these businesses. Well, most likely, but I would pay good money to see that, honestly. That would be so interesting. That's not an offer to anyone, by the way. Don't message me saying I'll sell you it. I'm not actually going to pay any money for it. It's an expression. So yeah, super, super interesting. Car hat promo code. Again, I think this is probably one of the best updates they've ever done, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, look at that. It's really clean, but I'm going to predict that one of these is going to be Forbes or CNN or um, the Scotsman in this case, which I guess is a American or Scottish newspaper. I'm not actually sure. Student Beans, they've probably been hit as well. Companies like Noji are going to be punching the air right now. These companies here, like lovevouchers.ie, has just received a mega buff. So it almost makes me want to create a voucher store just for this reason. Okay, so huge shout out to Alida. Sorry if I'm butchering your name there. Really, really good Twitter thread. I think this is a really, really good point, but that Kevin Rodriguez makes here. So, with the manual penalty of site reputation abuse, Google is just de-indexing some pages, basically doing the site's work for them. That's not a penalty; that's a service. Unless the domain itself is impacted with de-indexing or de-ranking, like they did with HCU and spam updates. I fully agree with this. I think if you're gonna de-index and destroy the business of a small business, you should do the same to a big business. You should not. Although, yeah, I can see why they didn't do that for obvious reasons. They would be there would be legal action against Google if they significantly affected the income of many large companies at once. They'd be asking for trouble. Shouldn't there be a site-wide classifier for doing this reputation abuse instead of the HCU, which is actually not any abuse? Seems quite unjust that just because some pages are considered unhelpful, you hit the side with a site-wide classifier. But when the domain is intentionally abusing their authority, you just derank limited pages for no penalty. I actually fully agree with you, but I understand why Google did what they did. So, in case people don't actually know, the really interesting thing again about this update, and this is the second time in a row that this has happened, so I think we're going to have to be a bit more careful, guys. I think they're watching us. Is that it's actually a manual action. Now, I don't know. I feel like the word manual is a little bit misleading. It might not be, but I still feel like they're doing it algorithmically. But something about the way they're doing it is manual. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe they have to press yes or no according to the suggestions of the algorithm. Maybe this time they have gone through big websites and given them a site reputation abuse manual action. This is SEO is probably in its most interesting phase ever right now, where Google seems to be taking bold and risky steps that I don't know what's going to happen. Normally, I know what's going to happen, and normally I can predict what's going to happen, but it's actually crazy that I have no idea what the end result of this Google update will be. And I don't know what their next update will be either. Okay, so I think the rest of Twitter is just a bit of a cesspool, to be honest with you. I'm probably not. I'm probably just going to close Twitter for another 3 years. I'm probably not going to go back on it again. It's a good place to find up to date information. But a lot of people talk a lot of crap on there as well. So let's just have a quick look at this searchengineland.com article, and we'll just see what it has to say. So there's another one here. We have Subway coupons. So this looks like, yeah, second screenshot is yesterday, so CNN was here. The fact they've hit CNN is actually crazy. And then Subway coupons now, nothing. This has now been removed from Google as well. Oh my God. So you can see here one thing they're obviously pushing, which is something that they've been doing anyway for the last like 5 years, is the website that you're searching for, the brand that you're searching for, should appear on the SERP. So if we look here, you actually can't see Subway itself. And I know I'm in Ireland, so it might be a bit different in America, blah blah blah. But it looks like, yeah, they're also pushing the actual websites as well, which is good. But yeah, again, CNN is gone. I would love to see the SERP from yesterday, but I'll just have to take Glenn Gabe's word for it. Honestly, guys, this is the most excited I've been for an update in a long time. I don't think you need to be worried unless you've been, unless you're basically a coupon site, it seems. This is only the first part of this update. There may be more coming. There may be some algorithm update coming as well. It looks like right now all they've done is basically decimate a load of newspapers and journals and magazines, e-magazines, because they were basically abusing their authority to make an absolute crap ton of money and push everyone else off the SERP. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will keep you up to date with everything that happens, and I will see you very, very soon with some more content. If you're watching all the way till the end, thank you so much for watching 17 minutes of me on Twitter. See you soon with some more content, and peace out. P.S. You're an absolute legend.